You gotta pay attention to what you're doing.
Hey, man.
This is Remostylez, and this is F Your Opinion podcast. What I say? Y'all got me waiting too long. It took 2 hours for you to come in. The high running down. Like, yo, come on. Was sponsored by the Humboldt brand of Arizona, supplier to all of your premium cannabis brands, all the way from the Emerald Triangle. Make sure when you're in your local dispensaries, you ask for the Humboldt brand of Arizona. This is Remostylez, and you with F Your Opinion podcast, where your opinion don't matter. Fuck you. This evening, we have a special guest with us tonight, guest host, King Gabriel, Gabriel Andrews.
Yes, sir.
And also AB 730 host as well.
Hey.
We're going to talk a little bit about King Gabriel, Culture Shock Media. He's behind the scenes of this show. He's producer of this show. Very talented, artistic, write music, write, everything. Very, very talented artist. We're going to talk to him today. How you doing today, man?
I feel pretty blessed. 2024, new year. We up here. The crew is up here. Everybody ready to go up.
Hey.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, tell us, let's start from the beginning. You know what I mean? Before we talk about how we met, let's go back to your beginning. Like, what brought you to Arizona? Where do you come from? What state are you from?
It's a long story, to be honest. But I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, 913, and me and Cuzzo ended up deciding to go here to Arizona because our cousin was originally out here. There's a lot of events that I had through my hometown in Kansas City. It's the Midwest. A lot of people kind of underrate the Midwest, but we have a lot of different things that we go through and also experience and have a whole different type of mindset of doing things, That's kind of for me, a backstory. That was the first question, a backstory. So, I'm an only kid, just raised in a, single parent home with my mom. And, basically my cousin was basically my only brother, so we was just
brothers for life.
Yeah, so
So y'all live close together? I mean, close in proximity, or how, and basically.
Oh man, so we kind of was just around, you know what I mean? Our family, we moved around a lot, had hard times, hard upbringings, but our family was really, really did everything that they could,
Yeah.
And me and Cuzzo. He was a lot older than me, so I looked up to him and looked up to some of my other cousins too. And, I was more of kind of the quiet one of the family, really just didn't say much, but a lot of people kind of use that for me to be just write him off. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, he's just quiet. He needs to, blah, 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 you know? And, I kind of use that to my advantage, you know what I mean? Where, first people, their first impression of me, they see I'm such a mild-mannered, very meek, you know what I mean? But until you get to know me, how my family know me and how you guys got to know me, I'm very, outspoken, very well-mannered, and also just ready to work and do my job and do everything that I'm here to do. This is my purpose. I feel in life, I really want to just expand on certain things and express certain things, that I hear from people and also from myself, and just, hit the goals that they say that we can't do,
Yeah.
Especially coming from Kansas City, nobody understands being in the Midwest, not having no connections. Also just really just trying to, all self-taught. Like most of my skills is really self-taught because like I said, I was like an only child. And being like an only child, I didn't really have like, I had some friends, but like I couldn't really just be over there because like my mom was really like protective of me and stuff. Like it was a blessing and a curse, you know what I mean? So like I haven't really experienced a lot in certain things, that your average black male has, but I've experienced, different things, like cuz they'll call me like a unicorn over here sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy cuz
it's the truth though.
Yeah,
it's the truth.
yeah.
I mean, tell them why you a unicorn and why I say that. Because like nowadays, in your age category, to be single, no jail time, no baby mama, and you out here doing something on your own, making your own name, that's kind of hard to find nowadays.
No, it's incredible, man. I mean, a lot of these questions I'm going to be asking you this evening, I'm going to get to know a little bit more about you as well. I mean, I know how talented you are, with your visuals, and hearing you talk, man, I can tell, normally, the quiet ones are the geniuses, because you have to learn you entertain yourself at a young age because it's just you know what I mean? And, you pretty much, become creative in creating things. I had an older brother, so it was just me and him, but he was gone a lot because he was older, you know what I'm saying? So in a way, he came home some nights, you know what I mean? So, but similar to same, but your situation, far as your creativity, talk about that, man. Your vision, again, let's make sure we tell them this, you Kansas City, but it's Kansas City, Kansas.
Yes, thank you for
that right.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Wyandotte County finest.
You already know. Kansas City Kings over here,
No doubt, and let's talk. Like I say, so y'all moved out here, and let's take it from there. When y'all touched out AZ, when was that?
Honestly, AZ was a process. You know what I mean? Like we were, like I need to kind of tell like a little bit before we went up, but so I hit like, top 10. KC finalist for like my hometown for the radio and stuff.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, so like for Hot 103 Jams, it's one of like the biggest station. Shout out Hot 103 Jams for giving me that love during that time, and like my music went for like a couple years, on the radio, and it was too late. That was like a record that I was like mad at the world when I was like, dang man, I really need to be heard. I really need to be seen because like I did a lot of groundwork back in Kansas City, like a lot of like events, a lot of just showing up, and then also like I used to like host little rap like rap ciphers and stuff, and like I was part of rap groups, you know what I mean? So like I was there. Like there wasn't nobody that really just couldn't run into me and be like, hey, I know you, what's up, bro? Like it was like that back home. And also, Cuzzo had his different reasons too, and why we moved out here. But like mainly for me, I wanted something more. Like I was looking for, people that would allow me to express how I wanted to feel. Because I had a hard time coming back to Kansas City because I told you I moved around a lot. Right. You know what I mean? Because I went to like a couple different states, for a couple of months, and come back. And so I lose a good amount of friend set. You know what I mean? Like, so I was used to like, getting new friends, but not really having that connection with my old friends at times. You know what I mean? So it was like I'm home, but oh yeah, all right, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? So it wasn't as much as love, but to a lot of people, like not saying like people wasn't dissing me or anything, but it that feeling when you gone for a second and then it's just things are just not the same. Right. So Kansas City, like that's always gonna be my first love, for hometown, and leading up, after the single and everything, and just working their day-to-day job. Me and Cuzzo just got kind of frustrated one day, and we were already talking to our other cousin, and she was like, hey, I'm here in Arizona, and blah, blah, blah. You guys should, come out here and just do your thing. You know what I mean? There's opportunities. It's growing. So we took a leap of faith, and we was just like, all right, let's roll.
So how long? What y'all drove here? Obviously. So I mean, how long did it take y'all to get out here?
Man, I hate that drive. It's like 19 hours? 18
hours.
Yeah,
straight through.
Horrible drive.
Well, that's with like an hour break between the gas stations, but like 18-hour drive.
Y'all took so y'all would drive and take an hour break and then jump back on the, you know what I mean?
Yep.
How many times have y'all made that trip? Is it just a one time out here or?
There's like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, we've done those trips from KC to AZ. Like
since 2014, actually, we've been out here.
Yeah.
You know, things happen, things change. You gotta make moves where you can, and then we had to head back to Kansas, and then came back out here in 2019.
So before we talk a little bit more about Arizona, like what is it like? Shortly, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas. What's a normal night like there? I mean, it's a small town.
Like a nightlife, or
yeah. I mean,
we get lit up in Kansas City.
I mean, is it big, small, like, or is it?
It's a medium sized like town. I would say.
I mean, because like Kansas itself is like broken up in little parts. So Kansas, you got the rich area, which is like Jo. Then you got like where the students be at. That's Manhattan, Kansas. Most of us is up in Lawrence, and then like. Where the hood is at, that's Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County. So like, if you
what's the name of the county?
Wyandotte County.
Okay.
Like if you know Wyandotte County, you already know you down by Fairfax all the way up to what's that, Piper? Yeah. That's the end of Wyandotte County.
Like we got underground railroads up here in Kansas City.
Yeah, we got some really historical spots up in Kansas.
And how you pronounce it? It's Wyandotte
County.
Wyandotte.
Yeah.
Wyandotte County. So shout out Wyandotte County. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
It's so important. To give, to talk about where you're from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like everybody that's from where you from is just like you. You know what I mean? Their rhythm, you can tell, like where I'm from in Virginia, Bad News, Virginia, Newport News, Virginia.
Hey.
We all have our same flavor. Like we're all individuals, no doubt, but when you're from, 7 cities, Hampton, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Suffolk, all those different places. But back to you, and I'm glad we get an opportunity to talk about where you first, your first upbringing and come in, a little bit and get into, culture shock media. You guys get here, you know what I mean? You're making a name for yourselves out here in AZ, you know what I mean? Other great visionaries like yourself, that are, do the camera work and have those visuals like Don Millie, and he knew you guys, you know what I mean? And, he's big deal out here and making moves himself. Talk about, culture shock media, where that idea came from, and, that whole thing coming to fruition.
Man, that was just lightning in a bottle. I feel like that's probably like the best words that I could describe it on Culture Shock Media, because I never thought I would, do any of these outlets, because at first, like, I had to force myself to be like a social media guy, you know what I mean? Because like already through music, so like, I was learning social media and all this stuff, and I've already like previously acted and everything, so like I wanted something where I could, first of all, create a budget, and then also, second of all, do something that I love, you know what I mean? That could keep me at least interested, you know what I mean? Even if it ain't music, you know what I mean? Culture Shock Media originally started in during like COVID season. Like, it's crazy. During COVID, bro. Like, yeah, it was crazy. 2020, I was just chilling, and I don't know, just like I was like, man, I gotta figure out some way to like get this internet money, because everybody over here from OnlyFans, you know what I mean, to over here, and like I feel like I'm talented, and I don't want to keep doing the same thing that everybody else is doing, because I'm a very multi-layered individual. So like I understand, like I don't want to keep having the same type of content, where oh, I'm just only doing one thing. A lot of people have preached about it to me, like, oh, you're doing too much. But I mean, I feel like, if I'm able to, perform at a high level, I don't think it's a problem. You know what I mean?
Let me say this, and that is very important. Do not listen to no one.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't listen to no one. No one can see your dream and your vision. And those that can see it, they're supposed to be down with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't have to tell them twice. You say, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. What you think? Can you add something to us? Let's go. Don't do that. I don't think you can. Those people are not visionaries. They're listen, you can do anything you put your mind to. Yeah. If people can't see that now, it's really about how hard you're willing to work. And working is not, in the physical sense of things, is research. You're doing something every day, to move yourself closer to your goal. You know what I mean? And I see that in you. I see that in your work. So tell them a little bit about that. I mean, the thing. So how old are you?
Oh, so I'm 28, about to be 29 here in about like a couple of days. January 18th, Capricorn season.
That's what's up.
So,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your? I mean, you do it all. So music.
Yeah. For Coach, you saying for Coach
social
media?
Just your vision for it. Like.
So like, my original vision for, like, I have to give like a partial, backstory for it, because like, it started in COVID. So like my concept was getting, different segments, that I would do, that I would go out and like record like different businesses, and then also cover like little games and everything. And then also my homie had, shout out my boy Izzy Lee, that's my day one brother, healer of wallets. He's a great financial person to tell you your tips. And I basically meshed it, you know what I mean? Because I used to be, I was the only child, so I used to always flick through the guide and always wonder, like, go through different segments or whatever, or different shows, and was just enjoying, because I couldn't just stay on one channel. So I just thought of, like, what if we had creatives that are actively working together, and we mesh together our whole idea, and we can be able to, make the money for the marketing, make them, be able to generate our own wealth. And
so tell me about, not to cut you off, but you was telling me about this ongoing YouTube stream. Remember?
How so it's still going, it's still happening. But that was my original plan for, it's 24/7 live. That shit happening very soon. Don't that's my shit.
For sure.
So that was, but that 24/7 live, for having podcasts, to like little TV show segments, to also regular like tips, or like some GQ sections. You know what I mean? All I see for content for like our community is nothing but just relationship, not even relationship advice. It's just stuff about what's the other genders is talking about, or somebody's twerking on the gram or something, or like, we not even learning about like, like how do you file taxes, my nigga? Like, how, what I mean? Like, how do you just do it? Like, how do you save your money to, what I mean? Like, how do you create art? Like, how do you create? What type of artist are you? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I wanted more diversity in the content that I was consuming. You know what I mean? Because I was catching myself just like, going through the same motion. So like, this allowed me to just do what I want. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted other people that was around me to do what they want, because I've had way too many homies that had amazing ideas but never been able to, start it up or have the startup. So essentially, speeding forward now, that's how the culmination from COVID to now we're being outside, and speed up to like 2023 to 2024. I took it publicly, you know what I mean? Because mostly I was planning on just doing it online, you know what I mean? Just not really being a full-on media production company. That's what it transpired into. I met, shout out to my homie Aaron. That's day one. Shout out to Billionaires. Shout out to Virus. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to RTA. Everybody that's just been helping me. Dolly. Everybody that's been helping me like develop the culture around it. Publicly, so I can be able to translate exactly what I'm trying to portray for everybody. Because I feel like this business model is like very new. It's a new concept, and how you pitch to people you either gonna go with the stuff that you already know or something brand new, and it's hard to. Well, it's not. I don't want to say it's hard. It's more like me not being, that very always outspoken. My first impression, very mild mannered and meek. They don't really understand exactly like my angle that I'm coming from. You know what I mean? So. Those that want to take that time to understand and soak that in, I feel like those are the ones that I need around. You know what I mean? To be able to take this to a next level, like you, like also Cuzzo, like Aaron, like shoot, we met through like me shooting a music video at your store. It was just like, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy how I met people.
That's
and
fact.
Like
That's a fact. Tell them how you guys. I think a friend of y'all, they actually came to the store. I haven't even seen him again.
Yeah, Aries.
Huh?
You talking about Aries?
No. It was an older cat though. Remember, I think.
Virus. Yeah, he over on the west. He over on the west side.
Yeah. He was a good brother. He was a good brother.
That's my brother.
He was a good brother. He was like, man, yeah, we supposed to meet here. I forget what happened. I had to reschedule the shoot.
I think one of the girls couldn't show up for the shoot.
Right. Me and him talked for a minute out there. Good brother. And then you guys came in, and I saw what you guys were doing. Because, listen, a lot of different cats have come through and shot videos.
Yeah.
And I let them, the talented ones, I let them, do their thing. You know what I mean? If it's there, if it's hot, it's hot. If it ain't,
yeah.
I'm never have been able to be a person to not be able to tell you exactly what it is.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
True.
And that's not how to, no tough talk and nothing like that. I don't have time for the foolishness. You know what I mean? Like, yo, man, that ain't hot, man. Go back and work on it.
No, that's honest. We need that in the community. We need that.
Man, we
need that.
Yeah, so much we need honesty. People don't know how to be honest anymore. But you guys, I was sitting back and I'm still doing, because I had some business stuff I was still handling. And I heard Dolly Rock.
Yeah, Dolly Rock. Cold.
Talented brother. I'm like listening. I'm like, oh, okay. You shooting it, you directing it. I said, okay, youngin know what he doing. And like I say, you're mild mannered, but you're very respectful. And you're hardworking, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, continue doing what you're doing. Like I say, he's behind the camera for me, but a part of the team. I wanted to bring him, to the forefront, and share his story because, Culture Shock Media is to be reckoned with. I mean, you're a visionary. You know what I mean? Keep working hard, man. And we ain't done. Like, we want to talk more about, you know what I mean? I know that's your vision, but again, let's touch on a little bit more about your upbringing. You said you were, only child. What's that like? Because there's a lot of other kids out there, youngins. And I call y'all kids because I got a daughter older than you. You know what I'm saying? But you guys, you know what I'm saying. I like the fact that you're creative. You're creating your own thing. Your vision. I mean, he shoots some commercials also for. My clothing company, Flames. Dope stuff. Some of the stuff you may see on Flames IG, is King Gabriel, you know what I mean, and Culture Shock Media. But let's talk about that, man. So you guys you grew up in Kansas City, Kansas, and like I say, it's real thorough niggas everywhere. you know what I'm saying? Especially in the smaller areas like that because you really got to navigate your way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Any false move, can cause you your life. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to be involved in nothing for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because it can come find you. So, that's big for you guys. to make that move, because a lot of people, man, to 19 hours away from somewhere. I got cats that ain't left our block. You know what I'm saying? To really be successful, you got to move your feet. You know what I'm saying? You got to move your feet. You cannot think that you're gonna stand still and make it happen. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna make it happen and just end up, doing the same thing, retiring, doing the same thing, doing that. And that's cool if that's for you. But you know what I mean? You're somebody that's going out here and saying, like, listen, I'm gonna take this bull by the horn. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make a brand and I'm gonna build it. And I like to see a lot of other cats is doing it. Everybody, have a brand, they got a podcast. But again, are you working really hard? You know what I'm saying? I see you guys working hard all the time. And again, AB 730, you his cousin, tell them a little bit about you. I know you went to school, you know what I mean? And, did your thing, moved out here,
I mean, my thing was to come out here because, like, craziest thing, I got, like, a lot of knowledge from one of my managers, my area directors back home in Kansas. And he would say, if you're a big fish, then you just got to move to the ocean. And sometimes big fish don't need to be in small ponds, and that's kind of how it is in Kansas. Like, everybody know each other, everybody kind of staying on the same thing, and then, like, if you have a vision and wanted to do something, because real talk, I had one of the most simplest things, because I'm old school. I was just like, man, I'm gonna come out here, I'm gonna sell weed, I'm gonna be known, and I'm gonna, like, network with a lot of people. Right. And so far, I manifest what I'm doing right now. I'm GM for Packwoods, doing my thing. Right.
Legally selling marijuana.
Legally, distribution, everything, doing that every day, which is really cool because I get to touch hands, meet people there, talk to people, and it's so many different line of people that's in the cannabis industry.
Right, we are as well.
So like it was a great adventure, and like coming here, don't get me wrong, it had its ups and downs. It's times where it's just like, man, screw this, I'm gonna go back to Kansas because this is what I know. And like most people say, you deal with the devil, Me and Cuzzo's the type was like, I'm done dealing with that one. I'm trying to see what's new with here and if I can conquer this. Because every time we ever did anything, it's like, all right, did we do this last year? And was this the same problem from last year? Okay, this is a new level. And like how we look at it, because we gamers, we nerds, we be like, all right, this the boss level. We beat this boss after this. We done played this game maybe about 4 or 5 times. And it took us maybe 3 years, some hard knocks to understand this. But this time when we go back to that situation, that big boss, we gonna knock it out and we gonna win. And that's how every time we've came out on top. We look at it as, and not to be so small about it, but like people make things simple so hard. And when I say simple, we look at it like, we can literally sit there for hours, play a video game, yell at it, throw the controller, smash the TV. But you can't spend a couple of days in your life to try to like write some things out, strategize for your next attack. I find it weird when people don't do that. And like, I've noticed, people don't like to do that. They don't like to plan. They just like, I'm living by the seat of my pants.
Yeah. Right. And that's the situation for a lot of people. But you got to realize, man, a lot of things that's for you are not for other people. I mean, one of the key things to being successful is being able to strategize, to put things down, to problem solve. You know what I mean? Yep. You got to realize, man, a lot of people just like working for other people. They like being told what to do. They do this. And it's just they drive home the same way. They find themselves just driving home. Sometimes, I used to be that way in corporate America. I remember times, man, I would drive home and I get home like, damn, I don't even remember driving home.
No, that's me every day.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's the small things. Change it. Make a left. Go a different way. Make a turn. You know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself in a pattern like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just a little small breaking the monotony. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Of that constant thing that you're doing. That's change. That's what change is. Okay. And that's what a lot of people are not, comfortable with. Change. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because evolution is a part of change. You know what I mean? And that is exactly what you guys did when you made the change to move from Kansas City, Kansas, drive 19 hours, and come to Arizona. You know what I mean? Like that's a big feat right there. You know what I mean? So and that's the hardest part. Is making the change, going somewhere, creating a situation. Starting like say from nothing. You know what I mean? And getting your place, and filling up with furniture as you go along. You know what I mean?
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel y'all. I mean, because Listen, man, you know, before I came here, I had, it got tough. I was like, listen, I'm gonna move to Arizona. I moved out here, I left everything I had there. I moved out here with 8 boxes. You know what I mean? 8 boxes filled up with just my clothes. You know what I mean? Yeah. And, now, it is what it is.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And I remember I put the, DHL. You know what I mean?
Yep.
8 boxes met me out here. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
How much it cost you to move that far?
Man, I mean, I put them in the boxes. At that time, I don't know, probably a stack. You know what I mean? It was I can't remember, maybe $800 something for them boxes, something like maybe like $80 about. I can't really recall. I know it's like probably 800, something like that. You know what I mean? But I was like, listen, I'm going to AZ. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend here, Jaree Hall. Shout out to Jaree Hall, man. A blessing to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Jaree Hall was here, and I had met him. I used to be a manager, a supervisor manager with MCI back in the day.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? And met a lot of great people there. But Jaree Hall lived here, and one summer we were coming, me and Bubba Chuck, AI, we was coming from LA, and we stopped through here. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Jamal Clark. My brother, he died from cancer, was my brother. We used to promote parties and stuff. And Cat here was a big time promoter. We ended up stopping here, coming through, because he wanted us to stop here, coming from LA to Philly. You know what I mean? And, went on to Philly, came out here and stopped, did some parties out here, and Jaree was here. And I used to work with him back in MCI. And I got to see Arizona, man. We stayed here for about a week, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, Arizona's the place, man. So you guys, when you came here, I know y'all was like, man, what was it like for y'all when y'all first got, was it summertime? Was it the wintertime?
It was COVID time.
Oh, y'all came.
We moved, man. We moved right when COVID was about to shut down. We got like 3 weeks of real Arizona before COVID.
And then it changed.
Oh, yeah?
Drastically to where people was like, damn, bro, y'all came at the wrong time. And they was like, it ain't used to be like this. They was like, right when the tip for you was at, like, because like when we first got in here, we social butterflies. We like to go see Westgate. We like to like make, I like to go see what's everything, get familiarized with the hood. I know some people, over there, 27th Ave, Glendale, everything like that. So like we moved around, and then when COVID hit, and then all these partitionings and plastics in front of people, and you couldn't stand up, you couldn't do nothing. Back home, Kansas folk, we was just like, this ain't nothing but swine flu, it'll blow over. Like
they was partying back home.
Yeah, like back home, we didn't have no really mass shutdown like that. Even when I was coming here, we didn't have no mass shutdown. But like when it was here, we was just like, dude.
So hold on, y'all got here what the 20 in what month? What
January
yep.
of 2020.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, stuff was it was starting to shut down.
Yeah, it was crazy when we went to the Walmart and we couldn't get no toilet paper. We was like, what is this?
Oh, okay.
When did they start doing this out
so,
here?
So you saying y'all would call back to the crib and everybody would still be out moving around?
Heck yeah. Everybody like, bro, we ain't.
Yeah, we was checking on, what was it, Snapchat?
Snapchat, then hit people up. We was like, are y'all quarantining? They was like, quarantining? What are y'all saying right now? I was like, we stuck inside the house.
Yeah.
They over here drunk.
Well, y'all on the West Coast, you know what I mean? It's different back east, you know what I mean, than it is out here. It's laid back out here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the opportunity here, I found, all people want to know is can we make money together? A lot of cats, you know what I mean? You don't get the hate like what you driving, where you live, all that kind of foolishness. Yeah. It's just like, yo, can we get some money?
Yep.
Nah, for real.
You know what I mean? Like, and I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Now you do got your cornballs, and you know what I'm saying? Like you say your guys call you themselves nerds, but nerds rule the world. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I like that. How you guys, you about your creativity and being yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the main thing we are missing a lot of. What happened to people being authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously, keep it 1,000.
Yeah,
I find it weird. I ain't gonna lie. When we came out here, like back home in Kansas, we about hard work. If I can trust you if something goes down, and like, can you hold a small conversation? Right. We got out here, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Yeah, people talking, people.
And they like, you gotta keep moving. It's like, all right, well, this is how we go. Small town stuff, but like, we speak to everybody, get to know people.
Yeah.
I like my small talk.
Yeah. He said, I like my small talk.
Yeah, the small talk makes a lot.
You never know who you meet.
No, you're absolutely right, and that's a good thing from where we come from. When to be quiet, when to, what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that's the thing that you have coming from the East Coast. You know what I mean? As far as that, I see that, coming from where we come from, we kind of got that, not to say they don't got the hustle mentality out here, because they do, but it's just a different vibe from the East Coast, you know what I mean, than it is on the West Coast. Because like you say, everybody laid back. Speak, hey, how you doing? Hold the door. Not to say you don't get that back where I'm from, but you don't. You know what I mean? There's a lot of mean mugging. A lot of point to prove. You know what I mean? Out here, and not to say it. Because you still got your cartel and all that and everything too. You know what I mean? And cats getting down. But again, it's so big. It's spread out. But yeah, man, so Culture Shock Media, I know you're going to continue to do big things with that. Also, like I say, you're going to be seeing them shoot more videos and more commercials for Flames, you know what I'm saying, helping me with that. I love the creativity, man. Like I say, I see you directing a movie, man. I see you really, doing some stuff like that, and continue doing what you're doing. But we're going to get into some other cultural events, that's been going on. Get your opinion on some things, you know what I mean?
Let's get it.
I guess we got to get right into, Cat Williams.
We had to address it.
Man.
Let's talk about, Cat, man. I love Cat, man. You know what? I really think Cat Williams is a better version of Charleston White if he wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Not a better version. Let me not say that, because Charleston White got his own thing going, but because who Cat Williams is, he's been behind the curtain. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You had money, come up through the night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Top of the game. He would have and he's articulate. You know what I mean? Seems to be an intelligent brother. And it's the same thing for Charleston White. So not I want to say better version of Charleston White, because everybody's their individual who they are. But Cat Williams, because he's funnier than Charleston White. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch and I can't say it was a new video, but the new podcast with Willie D live. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they filmed that one first or second, because the Willie D was asking them questions that he had already kind of answered. You know what I mean? So maybe Willie D had that one before.
Yeah, I was thinking too. That was weird. We was watching that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because that was a lot of regurgitated questions.
Because I would like, with that opportunity, if you got a chance to see that one, you would have definitely kind of touched on those things, but elaborate on some other stuff. You know what I mean? Because he talked about that already. You know what I'm saying?
On another note, I kind of felt like, I hate to say it like this, but I kind of felt like Willie D was trying to see, is he going to say the same thing? Let's see if he's going to tell the truth. Let's see if he remembers what he said.
Well, he did address. He did address the backlash.
That's the way to look at it. But come on, you talking about Cat Williams? At this point, you know what I mean. Cat ain't lying.
No, nothing against Cat at all. No, but you got people, because when he was asking questions, he was just like, "Did you really?" And he was just like, "So where were you at when you was 13?" He was like, "Why would I be 13 looking for a house?" Bro?
Yeah, but Willie D is not. Listen, he didn't do a good job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as that, as far as, I think Willie D was more so also representing dude from the other comedian that was from Houston. Yeah. And I love Cat Williams when he said, I'm offended. Yo, Cat is hilarious, man. But yeah, I think, everything he was saying is truthful. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as him running 4.340 and all that stuff.
Hey, he hit the. He
did it. I looked at the video.
We saw the video. Did you?
Man, it was 4:47.
Man, that man started the clock late.
My bad. That's what he thought in his head.
you know what I mean. He might hit that clock late. You don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He was moving. Don't get me wrong. And on the the show Atlanta when he was taking off running down the street.
Florida man,
Gator man. What is
Gator
that?
man. Was it Gator man? Is it Gator man? Yeah, Gator man. Yeah.
He running down the street.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I think he was definitely hilarious. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Thanks, everything he's saying is like my main thing, is the thing that resonate when people say something is the most key thing he said. What's happening in the dark gonna come to the light. So all of what y'all think and what y'all narratives is gonna come to light. And for the last couple of weeks since the interview with Shea Room, you didn't have stars come out, Deion Cole, you had Boosie come out and say, man, this man put $15,000 in the towel. And I was like, what? Then you had people talking about he was in the crowd, he was gone, but I had $1,000 in my envelope. Like,
yeah. I've got an opportunity to meet Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cat, Bubba Chuck used to have a softball game played in Maryland. All-star type of, he invites celebrities. And Cat, we got Cat on video, you know what I'm saying? Talking about Crew Thick and everything like that. With his hat pimp, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I'm saying? But Cat, what I've seen with Cat, and reason I say the comparisons with him and Charleston White, because see, Charleston White thing is what roots him to, regardless of what you got to say about Charleston White, he is doing work in his community.
Yeah.
He's helping children in his community, and he's branching out and doing things in other communities where, he'll bring somebody else and let them make a little money, you know what I'm saying, to get to the kids, what have you. So, you can always say, and I hate this when people say, man, you can do more of this, that. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but what I see with Cat, all these people, struggling comedians or whatever, got these same stories of people showing up, women showing up and giving them money. You know what I mean? Where, back in them, I'm sure those days you go on, you probably get $100, $200, $300.
Yep.
Man, you get that plus somebody show up with $1,000 free. You know what I mean? Like, so, and those stories are rampant. Different people, even with, like you say, Boosie gave me 15 bands. You know what I mean? I even watched a little on TMZ with D-Ray Davis.
Yep.
He was talking about, Cat Williams and, and how much money he's given to people and stuff like that. Wonder how much, and Deion Cole made that statement, say, if anybody see Cat, ask him, how much money have you given to people?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just giving people, money, you know what I mean? And, I think that's a testament to, that's where he's rooted. That's the real right there. Now, you can't say nothing but, hey, this man is he's not worried about when he get this paper, but he gives so much to, people that is in his art, just in our culture, you know what I'm saying? The need that $1,000 go a long way when you ain't got no money, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So definitely, so you guys got a chance to watch the whole Shay Club Shay Shay?
Yeah, I watched that whole thing.
Yeah,
it was super good. I believe it. So I'm a little bit younger, so I kind of get trying to understand and catch up on certain stories because everybody know other stuff, but just really seeing Cat back. You know what I mean? If I know I asked Cuzzo, I was like, man, where Cat at? You know what I mean? It's been a minute. You know what I mean? I liked how unfiltered and how he just got straight to the point. And this whole podcast was just straight entertainment. And I thought Cat would. I didn't think Cat would just drop this many bombs. You know what I mean? Especially the Chris Tucker and Epstein little bomb drop in there. I was surprised. I was just crazy.
See, for me, I'm a fan of Cat. So Cat been working.
Yeah, he's stayed working.
It's so much. It's so. See, that's another. It's so much videos and stuff. So, the other day, I seen this Cat video and listen. I'm like, dang, this kid hot. Look, he he got a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? So, it's the same thing with this. If Cat wasn't on your radar, because he's been touring, and the reason I know this is because I got a sister out in Atlanta. She she has a travel company, and she she does travel for Charlie Wilson, Cat Williams, his whole, all his, tours and stuff they be doing. I'm like, damn, Cat always on the road. You know what I mean? So, even right now, like you say, he's doing 100 city tour. You know what I'm saying? Funded by him. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
He independent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I seen a video with the kid from, he hurt dude feelings from Ali Sadiq, I think his name is.
Yeah, he showed.
But he still got a check.
He was
for not
valid
performing.
though.
He hurt his feelings bad because he up there screaming and going. I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, you can't talk about somebody. That's somebody else's stage.
Yeah, that's facts. It's business.
You know what I'm saying? And you got paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as, if they talked or didn't talk, if Cat say he was there, he wasn't there. Either way, that's my thing is like, listen, don't get upset when you're not welcome here. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. You don't see rappers running up to Jay-Z when they don't get to perform when he at the Barclays.
You know what I mean? Like, look,
That'd be wild.
Or at the Madison Square Garden, you got
He was like,
Kanye talking about,
get the fuck out of here, my
No,
nigga.
that's what Cat said. Cat said, this is like an equivalent to me going to the Lakers and demanding them to start me. you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the fact, man, I'm a truth teller. I love that. I love,
Same.
I do things in life, man, with that in the back of my mind. Like, yo, if somebody was to know about it, you know what I mean, could you wear it? Would you be able to stand tall on it? So I operate that way.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? Just operate that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm doing, if somebody was to know about it, would I be, yeah, I did that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about that, homeboy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
That's me. That's all me.
That's you know what I mean? And that's what I see is happening. You know what I'm saying? Like when he's talking about, like all of the people that he talked about, they didn't rebuttal it. They just said he ain't had to talk about that in public.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even with Ludacris wrote a rhyme. I'm like, man, I ain't writing no rhyme, man. I ain't even in no damn Illuminati room, boy. What you talking about? You know what I mean?
Right,
Like that's how you coming back. You hold on, homeboy. You got
You're supposed to do the denying.
Man, listen, I ain't no denying. I like the way, and not to switch topics, but with Aaron Rodgers and remember Aaron Rodgers just recently said something about the nighttime host. What's his name? I forget his name.
Conan O'Brien?
Not Conan O'Brien. He just said that he was going to appear on the Epstein list.
Jesus.
They just kicked Aaron Rodgers off of ESPN. He can't come back up there for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
He back here.
Yeah, on McAfee show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, the same thing. You know what I'm saying with Cat Williams. I feel like, man, listen, everything he's saying is the truth. But the way when Aaron Rodgers said that about him, he said, man, I ain't went on Epstein list, and you need to apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like he come out like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's how Ludacris supposed to came back.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to make it declared.
Yeah, like
that's it. Yeah.
He supposed to say, man, listen, because he can't say, listen, both of us was in that. You know what I mean? It was between me and him to go in that room and accept that. He said. One of us cut our hair, and you know what I mean?
One of us cut the goatee and the sideburns.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, how you gonna come back and not, be adamant? You know what I'm saying?
But what he say? The key was they pay people to act like it never happened.
That's a fact.
No, that's
And everybody acting like it never said, never happened, but
Right.
numbers don't lie. And you
Right.
see how many views that the Shay Shay room got just for having them on there. So
Yeah.
the truth.
Were they over almost 40 million?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Cats, man. I mean, I hope he get his own podcast.
Yeah.
If he mess around and get a podcast,
it's
man,
over.
you know what I'm saying?
So we were saying this the other day.
Okay.
Would you like to see Cat Williams and Charleston White have a podcast together?
That'd be crazy.
Man, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I think it'd be crazy, but I don't know if they could get along.
I don't know.
I think they would.
Nah, cause see, Cat on the street shit. He ain't with the snitching shit and all that. You know what I mean? I think they would have a little. I think
it would be some tension.
I mean, cause see, the thing with Cat is even with the Willie D interview, he knows Scarface. Like you say, Cat been getting money for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So all of them come up through the 90s.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So when he went on there, he had no reason to go on Willie D show other than love.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? He fucked with Scarface. He fucked with the Ghetto Boys. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to fuck with Willie D. You know what I mean? He is a legend. Yeah, you know what I mean? And he getting this thing started. You know what I mean? So that's just keeping it real with him. I looked at Willie G's on. He had 3 million views. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice little check. You know what I'm saying? Advertisement check he got, So, and that's real. That's the stuff, like I say, Cat Williams, man, listen, at the end of the day, I believe him.
I believe him.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Shit, he said, he said, Puffy and Diddy love the party, and you gotta tell him no.
You gotta tell him no.
I said,
I saw TD Jakes.
Yo, they've been doing some skits of TD Jakes. It's been wild.
I
was like, what the hell's going on?
I know that's hurting a lot of people feeling right.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That Epstein list is going to
all the Madea followers is mad right now that he said TD Jakes.
Yo, I don't know if y'all seen it's a preacher, a pastor come out and he's talking about Tyler Perry and how he's demasculated the man wearing that dress and all that. Like I just seen a video of that. I was like, man, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it is. A lot of times people, in the midst of getting money, they don't look at what they've tore up behind them.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? The trauma that they've left behind them. And not to say, that's subjective, obviously, but, that visual of a man in a dress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you go through all the comedians we was talking about that. All of the other comedians are in a dress.
Yep.
No, you see that thing I sent you? That.
Yeah.
That was a lot of black males in the dress. Like I was.
Yeah, I mean,
was like that was crazy.
I looked at it and I said, you got to look at who it is. You know what I mean? Because those two actresses, I know what you're talking about, the picture that you sent me.
Yeah.
Those two actresses, though, you got to remember, and I can't. Let me think of their names, but. I know it was iconic. One, she had just got a Grammy, honorary Oscar. And you talking about the text that you saw?
Oh, Regina
Right?
King.
No. I'm talking about the ones with all of people that was in Hollywood wearing.
Yeah, they had a
I saw that.
Dress.
Yeah.
Wearing actual dress.
It was mostly comedians. All the comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a gang of them.
Yeah. And that's like, and it's almost like, and like, I remember that. I remember.
We remember all these.
When I'm talking about Kevin Hart on that. I think that was SNL.
SNL for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, and there was a video of Kevin Hart saying, oh man, you gotta have limits to things you do, and then boom, he got it on. You know what I'm saying? I, like you say, Cat, no, you know what I'm saying?
No, it makes sense.
When you somebody like this had the opportunity that you going against the grain the whole time, you're not funded by them.
Yep.
You're independent.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They want that power.
He's basically doing deals with companies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As a boss. Everything's probably 50-50 what he's doing, you know what I mean? And you get the opportunity to say no. You know what I'm saying? A lot and often, you know what I mean? So I commend the brother, man. I'm gonna support him. He's hilarious. I'm gonna, I went back and watched Pimp Chronicles, I think is the one where he got a green suit on.
Yeah.
Yo,
this shit right here.
that crypto kind of like
hilarious, man. Hilarious.
Very hilarious.
Yo, also aliens, man. The aliens in Miami.
Man. They here. They here.
Huh?
They
you
here.
believe in it? You believe in it?
Ain't no believe in it. It's a fact.
No,
I'm saying at this point we would all be fools to think, and I'm surprised. Neil deGrasse, he don't believe in aliens. And I'm like, how you that smart but you that dumb? You know what I'm saying?
Look
like
at the technology we got. That's
man, listen,
years ahead of us.
Listen, it's
look at the past.
Not even looking at those things. Listen, there's an Area 51, a 52, and a 53. Why do you have these? Why you don't want the kids? Did this online thing a few years back, the Cannonball Z thing or something. You know, how, I guess what's this when they throw their hands back and run like that?
Naruto run.
Oh, Naruto.
They had a thing.
Cannonball Z.
Yeah, I mean, what is it called?
That's Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z. I don't know.
No,
Y'all see it.
that's Naruto run.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. But y'all ain't see the thing in Vegas where the kid had put a petition together and they all was going to meet there and they were going to do that to the Area 51. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
they stopped that shit fast.
Yeah.
They had that little boy come back on. Hey, don't want to do that. Because that thing picked up so much speed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Picked up a lot of speed.
A lot of speed. You know what I'm saying? Why
Almost
y'all?
went.
I'm like this. What are you hiding? What? No president has been in there. Like, what is so confidential in there that even presidents
There's definitely some specimens.
And then you saw that they opened up those documents right after they was about to storm it. They was just like,
listen,
what, just let them know.
It is no question to me. I just the concept of, when you look at the universe and you look at, planet Earth, it's a grain of salt in the equation of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The planet Earth is a grain of salt in the grand scheme of the universe.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that we're the only, you know what I'm saying? But they know once that information come out, it changes the history in which, the white man has written. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at Vegas with the Latino family, they said that, those aliens that dropped down in their backyard was 8-9 feet tall. Now Miami saying that this thing was 8-9. I seen a video from this girl, the translucent joint she put up there in the video. And you can see this tall.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Moving by.
Yeah, going through. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
we can even go. Me and Cuzzo watch history documentaries all the time.
A
We
lot.
be
Me
like,
too.
bro, none of this shit makes sense sometimes. Like, you be like, some of the Aztecs and some of their drawings, you be like, bro, like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean?
Like, how did y'all know that?
How did
without the stuff we got now to tell you exactly this spot, that spot, where it's at, and how it's gonna happen every year at that.
How
same
did y'all
spot.
build this?
listen, I'm in Egypt. Those pyramids are so the math. See, that's the thing, man. If you notice, everything, even with the planet, everything is so precise mathematically.
It's mapped out, yeah.
Mathematically, you know what I mean? What the body's 40% mass, 60%. What is 60% mass?
70.
No, 60-40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mass and water.
Yeah.
Same thing with the planet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything is to the molecules, how we're what we're made of. Everything that's in the universe. I mean, it's matter. You know what I mean? It's just that there's a Most High. That there's something greater than us. And I don't think it just stopped in our clouds.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? The universe is so huge. Like, it's infinity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're constantly finding planets. I remember a few years back they found another planet that's 3 times the size of Earth, but all of the same, resources.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, listen, that's not that's by design. You know what I mean? Like, so there's definitely I feel, you know what I mean? I watch a lot of documentaries as well. I also watch, what is it called?
Ancient Aliens?
Ancient
Aliens
Aliens.
is lit.
That's my jam right there. Especially when it comes to like learning now to here, and then like exactly how they literally pinpoint everything from like how the stars, the star child, the star map, even to like African people. They were the main ones getting contacted back in the day where they were always talking to people. So you see like certain African villages with I forgot what tribe this is, but I love this kind of stuff. But it's basically this tribe where it looks like basically grass over them, and they do this spinning thing real fast. But they did that because that's in like depiction of like the celestial that came down from the heavens and taught them what they know now. And everywhere you go, somebody came down from something and taught them, and now they are moving on to the next of being a conquered civilization.
Right. I mean, and again, like you say, I just, I think a lot of times we always speak about, Nazareth and the time of Jesus. You know what I mean? Which it only goes back about 8,000 years, or maybe 7. When you can go back further, you know what I mean? Before then, it's it's millions of years. It was, you know what I mean, this documented from the time the first fossil were found to, you know, to that point.
Yeah.
That I think a lot of times they leave all that out. You know what I mean? Because we're so, you know, on that part of, and not saying that's all of the Bible, because it talks about the beginning of time as well. But again, a lot of this information, I think people don't realize sometimes that, like, listen, it's someone else's thoughts.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Definitely.
It's somebody else's thoughts.
What I've heard him say, the Bible is basic instructions based off life events. This is stories from somebody else's secondhand. That's why they say when you read the Bible and you see Jesus speaking in red and you see the red text, that ain't him talking. That was somebody who was in the room, who heard it going on, and who's now relying it back so they can write it down.
Right. Information. I'm just saying, use what you need to use to motivate yourself to get you through what you need to get through, but also just keep in mind that those are somebody else's thoughts.
Yep.
You know what I mean? With the aliens, I feel like it's definitely, you know what I mean? And it's, you know, I'll try to find it. I found this documentary. Well, it's not a documentary. It was a clip of a general or a lieutenant. He was with NASA over in the Middle East, and he recently retired. Right when Trump was last year, Trump, and he was saying that there, you know, on the moon, that there's a facility that aliens and humans work together. He definitely, like, you know what I'm saying, like part of NASA. I'll try to go back and find it, and I've been looking for it, and because I sent it to my partners doing it, and like a few years back that I saw this, like I say, with the last year of Trump or what have you, and I was like, man, he's like, yeah, this definitely happening, and then I saw another documentary of a CIA agent, old dude, you know what I mean, they got him in you could tell it's an old video, you know how the hotel rooms are with the same old porn.
That little shag carpet, yeah.
You know what I mean? The same, you know, and he in there, and he talking about, you know, working for Eisenhower, how he got into the CIA. He went down to Area 51. He saw little people in there, you know what I mean? The little bodies and stuff like that. And I think, you know, and through Ancient Aliens, I've seen there's like 50 different species of aliens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That they're saying, you know what I mean? Like, so listen.
Wild.
It's definitely, they know something. They've gone to too many extents to keep it a secret. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you're constantly seeing stuff. You seeing it, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's another visual sighting just was in San Diego.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people can believe what they want to believe, but you better believe there's something out there that I think is greater than the human being, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they know it because the technology of the, you know, they've talked about with those aircrafts that they recovered in Area 51, you know, that they're light, but they're fast and they're durable, you know what I'm saying? But you can lift it up with a finger, they said, you know what I mean? Yep. So no doubt, you know what I mean? Like, I believe it. I mean, you believe in aliens?
Hell yeah.
I mean, why not?
Why not? Everything's on the table in the 2020s.
But you know the crazy thing, man, when you think just bigger, they might not even be called aliens, man. These are words that we made up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder what they call us. you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, these are blue as blue because Webster made it. You know what I mean? We made that up. You know what I mean? Man, he, she. You know what I'm saying? Like, people live by that. Like, it's like bigger picture, brother. Like, these are words that we made up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. I mean, it's just as much as the word bling bling is in the dictionary. They did the same thing. They added, you know what I'm saying?
If aliens contacted you, and they be like, hey, we'll get you up out of here, but you can't come back. Would you leave? Just out of nowhere, just right now, just.
Nah,
but we gonna.
I gotta take my family. The ones I need to go with. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what the layout is. I got a good thing going. I ain't gonna lie.
They just like, hey, I gotta save you because I like you, but
I ain't gonna lie. I got a good thing going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, keeping it 100. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's good.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna ride this one on out. You know what I'm saying?
See this through.
Now, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I feel. Listen, they keep showing the same old tinfoil aircraft that we sent to the moon or whatever. And I'm like, yo, that thing could have fell apart. Just, you know what I mean? Ain't no way it made it through orbit. You know what I'm saying?
That shit green screen.
Yeah, I'm just saying like why we ain't been back? And if we definitely been back, I think they building up there. I think they, you know what I mean? And that's another thing. Let's transition to this segment off of aliens, but you know, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, building this compound in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know, $270 million compound.
What you know, I don't know.
$100 million in the underground bunker part of the compound, which would be 5,000 square feet. That I think would provide them power and all this stuff for like 20 years. Self-sustaining for 20 plus years, if that was the case. Like, man, what do you know? You know something. You know what I mean? Like, what do you know that you ain't telling us?
You know. I ain't gonna lie. I looked up when he had that interview with Cat Williams again, going back to that. Mm-hmm. And he was like, he know, and I even looked it up. There is nuclear weapons still hooked up to some cheap-ass Wi-Fi. Wow. So, like, that...
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a lot. It's not just Mark Zuckerberg. It's a couple of these billionaires that are buying and building these bunkers. You know what I'm saying? They know something. You know what I mean? I
think it's wild that we know this, but I can't protect myself from something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what can I do?
You know what? That's so real that you say that. That a lot of times in the black community, we get so caught up with knowing the information first, and I know that, you know. But what can you do about it?
Yeah.
If you ain't in the position, it's okay. You know it. Then what you doing?
Change?
Yeah, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I think you can go into our neighborhoods and hear that going on so much, where a person is just having an argument about they know it, and they, you know what I mean? When you know, you know that, what you gonna do with the information? You know what I mean? On whatever level, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely, man. I feel, you know, aliens, they're here. You know what I'm saying?
They here.
Hey, I've heard this
They
one
outside.
story from an old dude in the military. He said, what they put in movies is what's really going on. They just put it in there to see how y'all gonna react to it.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, everybody at this point, if you don't know that you know, you're being controlled by the government. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You know, it's as simple as that. You know, you can, you know, you're gonna pay your taxes. You're gonna, you know what I mean? You're gonna do all those things, but you know, the food and what we being fed, and you know, because so many people don't cook no more. Everybody, you know, and that's the thing that I made to myself. I said, man, look, get back to cooking home, going home, cooking your own food. You know what I mean? Yeah. Preparing your own food, so on and so forth. Let's talk about this sex robots.
Oh shit,
man.
Yo, you seen this, man? Sex robots.
I've been seeing some things pop up, and then like these little documentaries about people with AI and how it's taking over their life to where they're just infatuated with their AI because the AI it's basically spying on you. So of course it's gonna know everything you like. It hears you on your phone. Your text message.
I'm talking about the actual. They have these silicone skin, well, whatever the skin women. This robots.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Look it up. Guy home, get a chance.
They got AI too now.
Sex robots, man. I'm saying, all you women that want to be men, y'all gonna be out of here. All y'all women, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean like transvestite. I'm talking about it's so many women that nowadays they conduct themselves like men.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like they started it.
What?
They started it.
Started what? Everything?
Sex with robots?
No. You think so? No.
Y'all got y'all dildos and shit. We ain't got shit.
No.
He said it's y'all fault.
It's y'all fault. No, I'm telling you, man. I said, yo, world is getting crazy, man. You know what I mean?
It is wild.
Yeah,
it is wild. No,
Google it. I'm telling you, look up.
And then like that,
I think that's sad.
No,
it's really sad because it's getting to a point where we can't even interact with each other.
Yeah,
you got places now. And I don't know. Me and his generation kind of share things, but like you got it now to where the setting where you supposed to go out, mingle, talk to people, take some shots, and enjoy a dance. It don't even happen. Everybody's sitting around just like.
Oh, that's crazy. And I figured it would get to that point because, you know, I see my son when he get on the game, and the way it used to start up, it's like he could go into a party, it'd be a lot of people. I'm like, yo. it's like they,
Yeah.
already. That's been a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said, damn. I said, sooner or later it's gonna be like that. Where everybody home, they're gonna be an avatar. You're gonna be able to go into a virtual bar. You're gonna talk to people like that. And you home.
They got it. Have you seen? It's called the Quest 3, the Metaverse.
I seen.
So basically, you ain't got to leave your house. They actually have it to where you work from home in it. You can learn from it. I've even seen it to where they're like teaching certain skills. I don't want to say doctors, but it's like a virtual way of performing the surgery. So when they'll know the moves of when they get to the real thing.
Listen, I'm talking to some brothers. Right? Well, not brothers. Well, they're different. Different nationalities, but they where you can purchase land in the virtual world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's coming where you
Virtual property.
your virtual property.
Property,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? I talked to some brothers. That's the next thing. And this cats already have purchased.
Don't knock it in, but
Yeah,
like,
I
what
don't
about?
know.
Because like, remember when that NFT came out? I still don't understand. Not hating anybody who made money off NFT, but like,
I don't. I think with NFT is it's just like let's say you had a drawing. If that drawing you're using, you can make money off of it, and then it becomes a collective item, and you can sell it. And it's just like art.
almost like a song placement. You make a dope song that get used for commercials, then it might get
Something like you know what I mean. That from my I'm sure more elaborate than that. I did purchase an NFT myself. You know what I'm saying, and I still have it, but.
You won't sell it?
No, I'm not.
That type of like the virtual world and stuff, and the virtual new stuff that we're having. We just watched the documentary Bitcoin, and I don't know. I'm very skeptical now. You know what I mean? Like very, very skeptical of where I apply my funds or invest my funds now with the virtual stuff, because now. Like homie got off scot-free, and he done conned the whole country, and he got off scot-free.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and he taking it to the way
for snitching.
Yeah, for snitching.
Yes.
out of all things, you know what I mean. You grab a couple $1 million and you snitch, and you're good to go.
Good to go.
Like definitely with the Bitcoins and NFTs and. Now we're doing virtual land. Like, now that's kind of like I need to like understand, more what's going on.
I think it's almost like what's the game everybody plays? Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
Hey.
You know how like my son he's a multi-millionaire in that game. He got houses everywhere, helicopters, cars. You know what I mean? Like. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it would be similar to that, on whatever main platform, which is the metaverse.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be similar to the same way. You know what I mean? You got houses here, saying, you know what I mean? Like, hey, same, in that
It is
same
crazy that, and I keep saying, back to what I was saying about if it's in the movies, it's damn near happening. I don't know if y'all remember that movie called Round One. Remember he was round one where the kid was in the video game.
You talking about Ready Player One?
Yeah, Ready Player One.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, okay.
It's crazy.
He's literally doing the same stuff we're doing now, where he lives in the metaverse and everything is done in the metaverse, to where people, if you lose out in that metaverse, your life is over with. And now look at it now. We got it to where people are building architecture and all. Like metaverse is a big thing now for companies.
No, it's humongous. And it's a documentary I want you guys to watch on Netflix. Have you watched this? It's called The Social Dilemma.
Oh.
So tonight when you go home, watch The Social Dilemma.
Okay.
You know what I mean? On Netflix. Social Dilemma is a documentary. I mean, that's gonna blow your mind if you haven't already watched it.
Oh yeah, I like me.
Actually, you know what? I want y'all to watch that, and the next time we'll have a conversation about that.
Yeah.
Another thing, man. Did y'all see this? It's been this old news, but what brought it to my memory was what's going on with the Jewish community or the Jews in New York.
Oh yeah.
When fighting the cops, the police officers. Yeah. So that they basically. The cops, I guess, found a tunnel in Manhattan, and they were trying to keep police from, I guess, knowing about this, or what have you. They find it, they go down it, and they find children's beds and high chairs down there.
Oh, is that what was down there?
Yeah, they saying, you know what I mean, they were possibly child trafficking, you know what I mean, down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, man, that's crazy, you know what I mean? But that child trafficking is really huge in America, man, and they not talking about it.
No.
I don't know what that's all about. You know, they're not talking about all these children coming up missing. You know what I mean? And it's alarming at the rate that it is for us as American citizens not to seem that to be a very, state of emergency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a state of emergency right there. Like,
because our children is the future tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? And not only that, whether it's future tomorrow, those are children that haven't gotten the opportunity to live their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's crazy. And what brought it to my, when that story actually came up, I don't know if people remember, a few months back, man, they found the Chinese have a police headquarters in New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It had 3 dozen police officers working for them. I'm like, how do we allow China to have a police headquarters in one of our metropolitan, states, New York City, you know what I mean, with 13 police officers working at it.
You know what's even crazy with that? Of like stuff being in the public? Even here in Arizona, I don't know if you saw the news about it. Off 27th or 31st and Thomas was the body shop. Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah.
You can get feet for $500.
Yes.
You can get a man's phallic thing for $200. You can get a head put to a small body.
They found so many body parts in
that.
And
they were selling it by the boatload.
By the boatload. Yes, they were. Yeah, selling body parts.
It was the body shop. They were literally taking cadavers, dead bodies that they find before they can get to it. People coming up missing, and you can. Yeah, it was all here in Arizona, downtown Phoenix.
The world is crazy.
Yeah,
man. This is a lot going on. This is crazy right here, man. The man that attacked the judge.
Oh, man.
I mean, listen, he a wild boy, but listen, the way he cleared that.
He on something. He on something.
I'm talking because the judge is up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about he came. I said, "Yo, that's impressive."
Yeah, you can't. Right? You just can't be talking slick.
Somebody signed in a Nike right now. He got a high jump.
She was talking. She was probably talking mad shit, bro. To clear that.
You know what? She gangster because she showed right back up to work the next day.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I was thinking like, oh man, she definitely gonna be traumatized. She, because. In all her years probably sitting on that bench, you never had somebody dive cross
the whole clear it.
Yo,
he didn't get enough hits in. That's what it was. That's what it
came across, and it's funny. They had him the next day in the courtroom with
that Hannibal Lecter joint. Yeah,
Hannibal
Lecter
his
hands all covered with little buffs.
He just looking. You know what I mean? That's bad. But I think he only got. What was it, 19 months or 29 months? Something. I was like,
for real? I thought he was going to get some.
The sad part is his case was because he went through a domestic situation.
Assault, some attempted assault.
Domestic assault. And then he went to the court and domestically assaulted.
But I was
crazy.
We kind of. I was like, man, she must then press charges. You know what I mean? Because you go back and watch the video. Like today, he got sentenced or whatever, and I think it's like 19 months. It's something where you like, oh, he supposed to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You supposed out, you
like,
jump
boy,
across
that's 10 years, boy. That's
for real.
At least 7.
Like,
you know what I mean? At least 7.
You see what happens with Cat Williams' entourage? Try to jump his line.
Yo, and what about this, man? The black Florida surgeon, and talking about the COVID-19, the vaccines are causing cancer. You know what I mean? Like, he's coming out of it. He's not getting no one is getting back to him. I mean, it was on Fox News. They talking about those vaccines are causing because of the DNA particles in it, is causing cancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's crazy. Because I pay attention to the stock, and I'm saying, damn, Moderna stock is almost $110. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Their 23 fourth quarter, ending projection, final numbers, they were down 2/3. You know what I mean? But they still hit their goal of $6.7 billion.
Yep.
So that's how many vaccines they sold, or, Pfizer, I know they do other things, but those vaccines, definitely, when you're talking about over $100 per share, $109, almost 110, I'm like, how you lose, 2/3 of your earnings drop, but you still hit your goal of $6.7 billion.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's a lot of vaccines. You know what I mean? I knew it was always a money play. You know what I mean?
Straight up a money.
I mean, the fact when you force all Americans who are working in a public situation, especially the ones who don't have the choice to be like, no, I'm not about to take the shot. You forcibly made people take shots. Even some company was like, I give you $100, just take the shot.
Yeah, they was paying off motherfuckers.
Yeah, I ain't take them shots. Not
didn't
at all.
want to.
Not at all. Because my whole thing was always this, like, when did the government start caring about whether black people live or die?
Man.
You know what I mean? When you show too much interest on whether I live or die, it's something with that. You know what I mean? Because, my whole life, shit, you only gave us cheese and powder milk. You know what I'm saying?
Crack in the 80s.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you know what I mean? Now you care about if we live now? You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like, sum up, and those people that I guess that had to take it or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? You had to do what you had to do, but me, nah, you know what I mean? I'm not putting that in my body. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't had enough time to make sure what you're talking about is actually that. You know what I mean? It's a rush job. Like, yo, put this in your arm. Nah, it's crazy because my not my pool guy, but the owner of the company, he was telling me, white gentleman, and actually we were talking maybe last month, man. He was telling me, he said, his mom, his brother is a doctor in LA, and he had become a little estranged from the family or what have you, and him and his brother still talked. He was like, his brother said, hey man, because the brother wasn't speaking with the mom at the time. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, listen, don't take that. Don't take that vaccine. Don't take that shot. You know what I mean? And tell mom, don't take the shot neither. You know what I mean? Brother ain't listen to him. He takes the shot. You know what I mean? So obviously, the elder mom takes the shot too. Mm-hmm. Man, within like 6 months, man, whatever, she died. You know what I'm saying? 6 to 8 months. You know what I mean? And the reason it came up because he was sick. That day was talking. I was like, "What's wrong, man?" He's like, "Man, it made my blood so thick. You know what I mean? It hurt. You know what I mean? Like I said, you still have complications from that. You know what I mean? From 2020 when you took. You know what I mean?" He said, "Yeah." You know what I mean? And it messed him up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we pray for those, man, that took that shot, man. Because again, it's crazy how what the government is doing to control people and control population. There's a food supply that's happening right under our noses. The Bill Gates and the Gates family, they own over 70% of all of the farmland in the United States. When you have one people controlling the food, and these are true numbers, you know what I mean? If you go back and look at Event 201, Event 201 is Melinda Gates and Bill Gates did a simulation of exactly what happened with the COVID-19. The COVID-19 was created in October of 2019. Look at it. It's called Event 201. Google it. You know what I mean? They had already simulated this, what people would do if if a virus broke out and how you know what I mean? Yeah, so this is all planned, bro. Yep. You know what I'm saying? This is all planned. Whether people want to believe it or not, you know what I mean? This is public record. It's called Event 201. Google it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's crazy, man. Back to what what I mean, this is another thing I wanted to touch on, man, is basically with the Pfizer situation, what I mean, I was looking, I'm saying Pfizer, their stock was only like $29.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people took Pfizer too, but I think Pfizer has some issues, you know what I mean, with the, what was the doctor, I forget his name, I used to hear his name all the time, Dr. Fauci?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think some went on with them, some scam type of something, I can't recall, but yeah, man, it's all crazy with that. You know what I'm saying? Basically, bottom line is, man, do your research. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, fair.
Exactly.
Like everybody need to start asking why.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, why?
Why you want me to do this?
Yeah, you know, so many people just move with the herd, man. It's the people have so much power, man. We just don't know how to exercise it, and it's like, you know, definitely in the black community, we're so like I want to know why we dislike each other so much, like why we hate each other. You know, everybody talk like this, that, and you know, if it's us against somebody else, oh, we together. You know what I mean? But when it's us, we can't respect one another. You know what I mean? You can't even. The main thing is you don't know how to communicate with one another. You know, everything got to be Mr. Tough Man or Tough Girl. You know, this, that, and the third. Sometimes when I see us, and I come from that. You know what I mean? Be honest. You know, sometimes I see that shit on you know on social media, on YouTube. I'm like, damn, man, look how we acting, man.
Yeah.
It's not a good look, yo.
It ain't.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't a good look, my dude.
I'm just trying to get like enough balance. You know what I mean? At least just something. You know what I mean? Where, cause like it's gonna be there, but I feel like we definitely need to grow in the way we portray ourselves. Like I don't like
when we as people can come together as a fist.
Yeah,
would be way more powerful. And there's too many of us talking about, well, I want to lead it. I want to be the wrist that throws the fist. No, man. Like, just...
yeah, that's another thing, man. Because I deal with that in my family. Sometimes close to me is that like people don't know how to play their position. You know, they don't know how to be a part of a team. They got to control it. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to be in control. You got to, like, listen. Why? Look, everybody got a job to do. Sometimes it's your goal. And you move to the back seat, or you move to the passenger seat. As long as you ain't getting out the car, what you worried about? You know what I'm saying? You going where the car going. You know what I mean? And that be the thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's, I think, the competitiveness amongst one another, and the lack of respect.
Yeah.
You know, like, listen, man.
For sure.
Waking up every day black, man, is a job, yo.
Yeah.
It's respectful to, you know what I mean, with all respect to everybody, because I know what it's like, you know what I'm saying, to wake up black. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we love ourselves. We're beautiful people. We create, we're very creative. But again, we are the only race in the United States that haven't been compensated for the hard work that our ancestors have done in this country. And that's a damn shame, because everybody else is getting their piece of the pie, of this American pie, but black folks, we haven't gotten our piece of the pie. You know what I mean? And when I mean a piece of the pie, it's a piece of the land, a piece of this, you know, because the arrogance of, I would say, the white man is to, you know, how do you part up a planet that don't belong to you? You didn't build the planet. How you gonna sell some land or take ownership of something that ain't yours? Yeah. This ain't even your land. I mean, it's you know what I mean? You know, the natives was here before anybody, but I'm saying even before the natives, like, listen, this is God's planet. Yep. This ain't your. You don't own none of this, man. Yeah, you ain't for you to do and say, oh, this is. You know what I mean? And that's just, you know. But if you're going to do that, you know, there's 30% of the land in America, or in you know, that's not being used. It's 30-40% is you know, get it. Listen, I don't give a damn where is that. It could be, you know what I'm saying, off Yellowstone. You know what I'm saying, or wherever. I just
need my little plot, man.
Listen, we can go there and create a whole community or bring people there, and it ain't got to just be all black or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, we need to be in control of our own land and have the ability to bar against that. Yep. And another thing, black folks, get life insurance. Buy life insurance on everybody in the family. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's your bank. That's your family bank. You know, when you pass, you leave money to your family, you know, and so on and so forth. And that's how you build wealth. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways, obviously, to build wealth, but the main way to build your bank is to get life insurance, you know, so therefore everybody in the family can borrow against that. When someone passes away, that money is in the bank. You know what I mean? You can borrow against it, just like if you wanted to get a car, you give them a 5%, they pay back the bank. You know what I'm saying? Instead of borrowing and going to get 21% from somebody else or what have you, or some other bank, they're borrowing it against whatever your last name is. You know what I mean? And then that money pays for the other policies. You know what I'm saying? And then when somebody else passes away, boom, now it funds the bank. And that's how you build wealth. You know what I mean? And your children's children can continue to eat and be successful. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it takes, man, is having the information and giving the information to you, you know what I'm saying, to your brothers and your sisters or whoever, you know what I mean, so they can do that and utilize it. You know what I mean? But
information definitely is key.
We definitely got to learn to respect one another. You know what I'm saying? No doubt, man. You know what I mean? Main question, man, how much money is enough for you?
I mean, for me, I've always said I ain't trying to be rich. I just need to be able to take care. I don't know. Let me rephrase this.
How much money is enough for you?
I'll be happy with $1 million. I can do a lot. I can do a whole lot. And that's generational money too. People don't think $1 million is not a lot, but like if you do the right thing, that $1 million can bring a whole lot more back. Even 100,000. Because like when you come from where we from, I know how to make $100 jug into 1,000, 1,000 to 10, 10 to 20, then make it keep going. Even in legal situations, that's just how we bred. So, shit, I'm good with 10 bands and watch me work.
No, so $10,000 is enough.
And watch me
work.
work.
So right now for you, 10,000 is enough.
Watch me work.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
how much money is enough?
I'm good. Like, just saying, I'm.
How
just
much
good.
money is enough for you? The question is simple. Don't make it complex.
I mean, probably like 500K to $1 million.
500K to $1 million. That's right. You 28. How old are you?
36.
36.
Because I could do something with it.
Man, you know what I need? I need $10 million.
He was gonna go there.
I need $10 million for me not to do nothing else. You know what I mean?
Like, to do nothing.
No, to do nothing else. Yeah,
no, I'm saying that's what it's about. For me,
to not do shit.
For me, I would, you know, $10 million. $10 million would sustain, like I would travel. A couple places I would get another, I obviously buy me a home in Mexico, Puerto Vallarta. I'll get a crib in the Caribbean. That's what I want to, you know what I mean, something. And then, I keep my, crib here. But, yeah, man, and travel like, man, you know what I want to do, man? I would love to fly to Europe with no clothes. Just a book bag, little something. Me and my lady, we just
that's hard.
We jump on a little train, catch a train. Hey, go to a little city or whatever, and hey, we want to stay here. Let's stay here. You know what I mean? Boom. Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, take the clothes off you got. Let's donate them to somebody here. We get something fresh. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Feel
and just
renewed.
That's not a lot of money to do that, but it's enough. You know what I mean? No, $10 million is a whole lot of money to do that. But I'm just saying, like living that type of lifestyle. It's really not too expensive. I mean, you'll spend some money, but because we're not, you won't be labeled. It ain't all about that. It's just like we not, we here. Yeah, it's a nice skirt. I like that in you. Put that on. You know what I mean? You can go to little shops, be stuff for $13, $15, $25, $35. Nice, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But we we stay in the nice hotels and stuff like that or whatever, or villas, little things. Because you can find a lot of stuff that's. You'll be surprised, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just rented a Airbnb not too long ago. I was like, man, I'm gonna do this a little bit more. You know what I mean? Just go on different little spots. It was dope. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, $10 million. You know what I mean? Because that's something that I would be in a position to where, outside of investing in things that are going to positively gain me income. Through certain investments, RIs, and things I would do, it would sustain itself. You know what I'm saying? And I would be able to just, because, you're taking a chance investing money too. You lose money, you know what I mean, in different things when you're trying to I'm gonna go do this, go do this. You got to manage those things. Yeah. You know what I mean? You go buy, obviously you can buy more, residents and things like that, and and rent them out and do different things like that. But still, you got to hire people to do that. You got to manage it. You got to watch. You know what I mean? Why do that when that can just reduce my lifestyle?
Yeah.
But not reduce it.
For real.
But not reduce it really, because like
Just keep it the same as now.
Yeah, like look, go buy, get another, probably spend all together in 3 cribs, maybe maybe 2 million, 1.5.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Nice Jones, but other than that, I got money that's gonna sustain itself. You know what I mean? We're chilling, we're traveling, we're doing the things we want to do. Yeah, 10 million, man. I need 10. That's the goal.
Heck yeah.
You know what I mean? I know y'all said 500. Man, that shit go fast, homeboy.
No, for real.
No, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you know what I mean? It's crazy to hear y'all say that, because it is. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But it go fast, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Something costs 60 bands here, something costs 50 bands here. Next thing you know, shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got 360. It's going down.
Shit, let me get the 5,
You know
10, man.
You know what I mean? But no, you know what I'm saying? It's real. Like I say, you know what I mean? But that kind of money right there, you grinding. You still, you know what I mean? You still doing your thing. You know. You got the kind of money that you can the rich nigga lose at the crab table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, nigga lose 500 bands at the table. You know what I'm saying? You bet 500. You know what I'm saying? Like throughout the night. You know what I mean? Just keeping it 100. Is niggas is rolling like that. You know what I mean? And women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, just keep it to the men. But at the end of the day, like 10 million. You can lose 500,000 and wake up with 9.5 and still be smiling. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Yeah, for real. But yo, it's always a pleasure, my nigga, talking to y'all, man. I mean, having y'all being a part of the team, man, and we doing what we doing. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger things to come. You know, we gonna shoot some movies. You know what I mean? We definitely gonna shoot a short film. I got. A script that I've been writing for a while, man, for a long time. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do that.
Let's go.
We got some things, cooking, man. Like I say, we got our own platform to do it. We're going to continue to do it. Hopefully you guys out there continue to support us. We grinding, you know what I'm saying?
Always.
King Gabriel, AB 730.
Yeah.
I'm Remostylez, and you know what it is.
Fuck you. Hey, can you play that nigga pie one? Where y'all got any nigga pies? That was the part. Fuck you. Look at the top.
How did all of this trouble begin?
Living in it?
No, he's a whites only pie.
There you go.
But do you have any Negro pie?
There you go.
Do you have any Negro pie?
Yeah.